Hey yo, what's going on guys? This is Klutch once again with another manager mode episode. Now we are getting right back into things, carrying on in the transfer market. Now we had an offer for Abu Dhabi. Now this is a player that I don't really feel I need to get rid of, but if I could get a decent amount for him, then I will. So that's why I counter offered that offer. I also don't like to go for the first offer that they offer me. I like to see exactly how much I can squeeze out of him. Leverkusen rejected my loan move for Hakan Çalhanoğlu, so that was a bummer. But we got good news in the fact that the bid for Martinez was accepted, so it was just time to work out his contract, and he wanted 80k for 4 years. Now I was happy with that because he's probably going to be one of my players in the future, so if we can get him on a cheap contract for now when he's probably going to want more in the future, then sign him on a 4-year deal. That should be alright. And Juan also accepted his contract. Now Stoke offered for Olivier Giroud, and this is one of the players that I said wasn't in my plan, so I decided to counter offer, see if we could get 8 mil for him, push that little extra, see exactly how badly Stoke wanted him, and yeah, we will see what happens with that in a second. But Sporting have accepted my bid for William Carvalho, and with that little player exchange with Thomas Rosicky in the deal, so it's time to work out his contract as well. So we're moving on pretty nicely. We basically improved where we really wanted to improve immediately at centre back and defensive mid. So we've got 2 centre backs and a defensive mid potentially, as long as contract offers go well. But Stoke come back to me and they're like, we can only afford 7.5 mil, and that's his value. So I thought, why not get rid of him? He's not really going to improve at the age of 27, and his rating isn't that great, and we don't really need him. So yeah, we sold him, but we reject the offer for Abu Dhabi because 4.2 mil, I'm not going below his asking price. So yeah, Martinez accepts his contract, so we have made our first signing of the season, and quickly right after that we make our second signing. So we've already managed to strengthen our defense as I wanted to. So we got 2 centre backs. Not quite sure which one's going to be starting and which one's going to be like the little rotation player just yet, but that's what the preseason friendlies are for. So we're going to test that out in a bit when we get into our first game. Olivier Giroud has been sold to Stoke. We get 6.5 mil for our transfer budget, and we managed to sign William Carvalho as well. So we have a promising centre defensive mid in our ranks now. Well, to be honest, we have Ramsey as well, who's promising as well. But we decided to inquire about Benteke because I still really want to improve on my strike force. One of you commented a player that I'm going to check out in the next episode or the episode after that, who is a striker. So I'll check him out because he looks promising. I've had a look at him on Foothead as well, and he looks very promising. Now, I inquired about Lacazette as well, and they offered, well, I inquired about him a while back, so I offered 14 mil in Lucas Podolski because Podolski's not really in my plans. He can go because he's kind of getting old, and Lyon come back to me and they're like, nah, we want 23 mil and Podolski. So I was like, no, not going to happen. And if you just saw that right there, I actually tried to sign Lukaku but forgot he just moved to the club, so that was out of the picture. But ZLM came to me and was like, yo boss, give me a shot. So I put him on the bench, thinking I'd give him 10 minutes at the end of the game, but we'll see what happens in a minute. But this is a team. We've got Szczesny in net, the new signings at centre back, Monreal and Chambers at full back. We've got Carvalho and Wilshere in at centre defensive mid, Sanchez and Campbell on the wings, and Cazorla just behind Welbeck, because I thought, why not try out Welbeck and see if he is a viable option at striker for me. So first preseason friendly, we're coming up against Kane, I think is how you pronounce it, and nice and early we've got Cazorla making a great run. Hopefully he can do this for me a lot throughout the season, but it only manages to go out for a goal kick, which is unfortunate. And right here, Wilshere gets the ball in the 7th minute and he gets cropped. He gets absolutely destroyed. That's the 7th minute. Remember that time. He's just standing there injured. All the way 7 minutes later, he is still standing there. So when the ball goes out for a throw-in, I have to sub him off. And what do you know? The only replacement we have for him is the youngster ZLM. Now, before this game, I didn't know too much about him, but I checked him out after the game, and he is actually a promising young player. He actually grows to a decent player, so we might be seeing a lot of him in my career mode. He manages to grow to around an 83, but that's just that's just like a guideline. He might be able to grow better. But right here, Cazorla working his magic once again, manages to weave in between a few players and win a penalty. And he wins the penalty, so the rules are he takes the penalty. He is going to be our penalty taker, to be honest, over the season, and he slots it away nicely. Now, when it comes, look at this, look at that through ball by ZLM. The youngster was actually impressing me in this game. That was a great first time through ball, which led to a corner, which Santi Cazorla whips in, and he finds the head of Danny Welbeck. So Welbeck is proving his worth. He's actually good in the, he's good in the air, so he might be a threat on set pieces. I actually found out quite a lot about this team in this friendly, so that's why pre-season friendlies are good. Right here was some terrible defending. I don't know why or how we managed to concede that, but it's the first game with a completely new defense and everyone's getting used to playing together, so I've got to be kind of lenient on that. So Cazorla makes a lovely run once again, plays a nice ball through to Welbeck, has a shot. The ball falls to the youngster, and what you know, he slots it home. He's definitely proven his worth, so he's probably going to get a lot more playing time. I might loan him out, I'm not too sure, or I might just keep him as like a little backup player. But when we get into the second half, I decide to give Cazorla a rest and also give Sanchez a rest, I believe. I think I took Sanchez off. I just completely forgot who I took off. But Ozil comes on, and the first thing that he has to do, his first task, is to take a corner. Now, I realised in this game that we are a threat from set pieces. Ozil whips the ball in right here, and he finds Carvalho. That's our second new signing that managed to get on the score sheet. Technically our third debutant, because ZLM, this was his senior debut. And right here, this, I don't care if it's a new defense, that shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't be getting out jumped right there. So Juan kind of let me down on that right there. So hopefully he doesn't do that when it comes to the full season, the actual season. And once again, as I said, we are a threat from corners. Ozil whips in the ball to Martinez, who puts it away, and that's the end of the game. So we won 5-2, and we had 4 debutants scoring, and 3 of the new signings scoring, and 1 old boy in Santi Cazorla that scored as well. So we won the game 5-2. Welbeck, Carvalho, and Martinez on the score sheet. And we also had ZLM, who made his full debut for us, his senior debut. He's been at the youth team for a while, I believe. He's only 17 years old, so he's a promising youngster. So hopefully he has a bright future at the club. But yeah, that is the end of today's episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm not too sure whether to make these longer or keep them around 10 minutes. For now, I'll keep them around 10 minutes. But if you want them longer, then let me know in the comments down below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe if you're new. But till next time, guys, it's been Klutch. Peace. We've got Mike Irvin in at the #1 receiver, Antonio Brown in at the slot, and we've got Mike Evans in at the other receiver. Now, our backups are Fitz, Deshaun Jackson, and Julio Jones. The Fitz and Julio Jones have been reliable for me for so long. That's why I'm not going to change him. I'm not going to take him out of the team for now until I